All right. Greetings, everyone. Part of being a CEO is charting the next course of action for your business. Specifically, what is the vision for your business? Where is it going? How many trucks are you going to have? What's the revenue? What's the company structure? And so I spend a lot of my time thinking about my companies, what is coming in the future, and trying to really envision what that looks like. And then the team, including myself, can work really hard, working backwards to really reverse engineer that outcome we want to get. A lot of business owners are just like, hey, today's present day, what am I doing? And they spend very little of their cognitive abilities thinking what's coming in the future. And so I wanted to create a short piece of training here just to be transparent with you, and just like lay it all out on the table. What is my plan for Revive, for my home service company, for this coming season for 2024? We will be turning 8 years old in May, which is absolutely crazy. From the time I went into Home Depot to buy a $200 pressure washer, and now we're a full-blown team, scaled up with 2 managers running the day-to-day of my business, and we're profitable without debt. And the owner, myself, is removed from the day-to-day, which for me is the biggest win, that my team members can have careers and be happy and be well paid. They can take care of our clients, and I can be on the sidelines and be the crazy entrepreneur thinking of new innovations, new ideas, coaching my key managers in my business and really thinking about what the future state of the business is. So I'll go ahead, just do a screen share here, maybe 10 minutes or so, just to give you some nuts and bolts of where we're taking this thing. So our revenue plan for this coming season is going to be right here, $750,000 in revenue. Now we hit most of that in like 10 months of the year. January and February are really slow for us here. We might do like, 15, maybe 20K in each of those months. Just to, get as close to break even as possible. But most of this is going to be comprised through the 10 months. And we'll be hitting like $100,000 months in, May, in June, in October, in November. Those are like 4 of our bigger, heavier lifting months where we're busy with washing and we're busy with painting, with Christmas lights. But that is my next point, is the painting services are kind of our blue ocean that's just starting to grow, just really new. We just rolled it out last year. And so what our hope is, we'll keep those 100K months going through July, through August, as, washing really drops down in those months. But we want to pick up the floor of that with painting, and keep those 100K months steady. Because it's my goal in 2025 that we'll be pretty close to $1 million, if not over. Average job size is going to be $1,000. This will be pretty similar to what it was previous. And that means 750 jobs. Pretty simple math right there. 750 jobs, $1,000. We're going to do this over 220 working days. Most of our technicians are working like a 7-hour work day, is not uncommon, and doing about 32 to 35 hours per week of work. And so this means $3,400 produced per day at an average charge rate of $100 per hour. We may even be a little bit higher than that, but a lot of times with number planning for a business, I like to go a bit more conservative than be like, we're going to like blow this thing out of the water. So like want to make sure we can for sure hit our numbers and ideally do more. And so this accounts for 34 hours per day. And so we're going to do that over 2 crews with 2 people on each crew. And then we're going to have a part-time technician as well. The beautiful thing of this setup is we're rolling over all of our technicians who were with us last year. They're back this year, which is incredible. And I wouldn't even be surprised if our painting does get going and we need to bring on another technician or 2. Wouldn't surprise me at all. So that's really how the numbers break down. We'll go like that's kind of high level numbers. We'll go one step deeper here on this next breakdown. All right. So the big expenses, how the 750K is going to break down, I think is an important question for a business owner to answer. So about 27% of that's going to go to our 5 technicians, which is 203,000 of that to keep our 4 techs going year round, and then also our part-time technician. Operations manager and service manager will be on salary in the ballpark of about $65,000. So they're each going to, cost the business 9% each of top line revenue, which is a mark I'm pretty happy at. Having 18% of the overall business go to the managers. We're still a little bit small in revenue. Like my goal would be we keep growing that and bring that down to maybe 16, maybe 15%. But for now, it is what it is. And they're both rock stars that oversee the selling. They oversee the management of the projects. They oversee the office, and they oversee like really the day-to-day of the business. So like leadership 101, find people that are as good, if not better than you are, and give them a seat at the table. And I'll walk through what that looks like on kind of the bottom line here. General overhead is 25%. There's a lot that goes into that $187,000. Part of that would be marketing, our technology stack, our rent, our storage locations, fuel for the vehicles. This is insurance. This is payment processing. All the stuff that's like, in addition to paying your managers and paying your technicians, there are overhead that you need to pay, right? But I really look at all these things I've listed so far. They're really buying back my time. I'm investing in these different areas, but I'm buying back my time to have this business run without me. And for me, that's like a huge win for me personally. We're going to do it on a pretty lean marketing budget. I've got us at 5%. It's about $37,000 for marketing. And I'll show you roughly how that breaks down in just a second. So overall, we're $750K on the top line. Expenses were $562. Okay. So 75% expenses. So that's going to leave us with a total profit here of $187,000 of profit. And I'll show you that breakdown in just a second. But tracking back to the marketing here, the 37,000, we're going to keep that fairly lean. We're going to be going in for SEO. That's going to be about 9K of that. Continuing to push our Google rankings organically has been great for our business. We're investing in MailChimp. That's an email marketing software. We're mailing out to our clients like 4 times per year. We have a virtual assistant hired that actually calls year round on our clients to get them booked back in. That's something our service manager could do, but quite honestly, she's too busy booking work and running the schedule. So we just have a VA do outreach to our clients. We're going to be purchasing new uniforms. We're going to be doing print materials, so like door hangers for 5 rounds. We're going to be getting signs in that as well. We're going to be in 1 to 2 home shows as well. And so those are like our big expenses for marketing. And there's a bit of a slush fund there of probably like 5 to 10K, just of like, if something comes up for marketing and we want to go for it, then we're going to dive in. And also with that, we're undertaking like the build out of a new website as well. So that's exciting and does cost like a few dollars there, broken down as well. All right. So let's finish up the bottom line here. Okay. So 750 top line, 562 expenses. We're left with $187,000 of profit. Now here's the last 2 caveats with this. You got to pay tax. We're in Canada here. You're paying about 11% corporate tax on your first $500,000 of earnings. So we got to take that off the top. So that's 20K right out like that. So we're actually left with 167K. Now, here's the other thing I have added in. Not only do my managers get a nice steady salary, they're also on a profit share of 5% each of the net profits after tax. So in this plan out that I have, there's going to be $16,700 that's due for my managers to split. So they'll both get like an $8,400 jump up in their salary based on the profitability of the business. Now, here's the beautiful thing. When you get people with a seat at the table, they can actually influence this bottom line based on how well they're bidding, how well we're closing, where our marketing spend goes, how efficient our technicians are on site, how well routed the jobs are. Like there's a lot of things that could swing this as low as like 18% and as high as like 33%, honestly. And so they're really making the decisions, and I'm almost on this like advisement kind of board of advisors. We have a management meeting every 2 weeks in our office where I'm sitting in on, and we're just talking through the business at a high level, what's going well, what's broken, what's our KPIs. I'm showing them really what I'm working on as the visionary, and they're showing me, hey, as the two integrators, like what are we actually getting done? And I found that's a great way just to bonus them up and give them eyes on the business to help influence the bottom line. So that's paid out as well. So when everything's paid out, like trucks, employees, managers, tax, profit shares, marketing, truck reps, literally everything, we're left with 150K on the bottom line after everything. And that's due to myself, the sole shareholder of the business. So I don't think to grow a service business, you need to necessarily dilute the equity of the business and say, hey, you get 10%, you get 10%, you get 25%. At this point in where we're at with the business, I'm giving up a profit share, but I'm not giving up equity at this point. And the reason for that is because I'm the one who started the business from nothing. I saw it, from infancy into profitability, and I helped build the team and created the brand. And so I want the people now running it to have a stake at the table, but I don't think that entitles you to equity of previous steps made by the business owner, if that makes sense. And I know it can be a controversial subject, but that's the stance that I have in this right now. But I absolutely love dishing out the profit share bonus checks to our managers, and just did one recently. Just makes me so happy to have a business where everybody can win. And quite honestly, for me, to be able to make 150K from this as part of my umbrella of my 3 companies, it's great because that is, 10, 12, 14K a month, whatever it is. I guess 12K is 144. So it's about 12 grand a month. And, of this, I'm probably not even going to pull it all out because I want to keep growing the business. And, if I don't need to take all this out, it can just sit in the business as retained earnings for future growth. Or maybe I do want to take a draw out, which you are totally entitled to as a shareholder. And so it's such a mindset shift when you can wrap your head around your active income is like quoting jobs and like producing jobs and picking up checks and dealing with clients and doing interviews, like active income, right? You might want to pay yourself 7, 8, 10K a month for that is totally not unreasonable if that is your thing. But there's another school of thought, which is like, how can I own different businesses and have a team in place and just live off a cash flow of this, right? And it's my goal that this 150 moves to 250 to 350 as we keep growing this and the management team gets that much better. And that's the thing, as a business grows and gets more stability and infrastructure, it becomes worth inherently more because someone's like, man, this guy's making 300 grand and this thing's running without him. Very, very attractive opportunity, right? 150K is still good, but it's not like, oh man, this is like a life-changing amount of money. But if you got a few businesses that you can do this with, and in 3 years we chat and they've all doubled, that's pretty cool to think about. So for me, it's all about wealth generation, yes, but creating a business where everyone can win. And most importantly, for me personally, is just buying back my time, because I want to be wealthy with my time. And I don't want to have a business that I have to work inside 40 hours a week, because I got, home service business coach going. I've got a real estate investing company going, and I got Revive. And so marrying the 3 together is an amazing lifestyle, and I really enjoy it. So I hope that you got some value from this of what our plan's going to be rolling out for 2024. I'm super excited for it. I'm excited to see what our team's going to do. And it's just about that Kaizen principle of just getting a little bit better every single day. And that's why I love business, because it's a big fun game for me. And I'm really looking forward to this year. So wishing you success. Thank you for watching. Hope you took a few gold nuggets out of this, and we'll chat soon.